Kyle, do you ever try to avoid arguments?
Yes, I try to avoid arguments a lot because sometimes arguments can lead to fights, and yeah, that's not good to be in fights.
Thank you, Kyle.
Maddie, do you think it would be easier to talk about your mistakes before calling out other mistakes?
Yeah, it'd be a lot easier because that person feels like it's okay to make mistakes since you've made a mistake, so there's in the atmosphere that it's alright to screw up every once in a while. Gives a little bit of lenient. Yeah.
Thanks, Maddie.
You're welcome.
Brooke, do you think things would get done easier if you asked questions instead of giving orders?
No, because if I ask questions, they won't take me seriously. And when I do give orders, they know I'm serious and I want to get things done.
Thank you, Brooke. Clay, what do you do to make the other person feel important?
Well, I found to make people feel important, you should call them by their name, usually give them compliments, talk about their achievements, don't really talk about themselves, focus on them on the conversation if you can. Don't talk that much, let them take over the conversation. Usually then the people feel more important.
Thank you, Clay.
Yep.
So Spencer, do you let the other person do a great deal of talking?
Yes, I let the other person talk a lot because I found the more that you talk, the more you are wrong. Or the more that they get ticked off at you. So you're wrong.
So you're saying it's a negative?
It's a negative if you talk more than the other person.
Okay, thank you, Spencer.
So keep your mouth shut.
Thank you, Clay.
Thank you, Clay.
Caleb, do you think you would make friends by smiling on a daily basis?
Of course, who could resist this smile? People see this and they just want to be friends with me, and more.
That's such a good reason, Bob. Thank you.
Mr. Kershaw, what do you think would happen if you were used a situation, don't criticize, condemn, or complain?
Okay, I use that whenever I coach my gymnastics kids. I always point out something positive to them, and then I say, let's work on a negative, whatever it may be. That way, by saying the let's work on it, or we need to work on it, it's not putting pressure on the kid. It's more or less, we're going to do this together. So that's where it comes in handy.
Madison, how do you benefit from throwing down a challenge?
You benefit by realizing what your strengths and weaknesses are and figuring out what you're good at and what you should try harder at, what your strong points and weak points are at that aspect.
Thank you, Madison.
Sabria, how do you call out a person's mistake?
I just yell at them and I say that they're wrong. And even though I'm not supposed to do that, I do it anyway.
Is that bad in some situations?
Very bad. Because I get them feeling sad and stuff and they feel like they're weaker than me. It's not a good thing.
All right, well, thank you, Bria.
You're welcome, man.
Lindsay, what are the benefits of beginning in a friendly way?
Well, the benefits of beginning in a friendly way are that other people become more positive, and then they're just nicer to you.
What are you doing, Clay?
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Lindsay.
You're welcome, bro.
Katie Todd, when you make a mistake, do you admit it quickly?
No, I do not, because I'm afraid I'm going to make a fool of myself. But if I were to admit my mistakes quickly, then the situation could be a little bit easier.
Thank you, Katie Tyne.
You're welcome.
Rachel, do you dramatize your ideas?
I do dramatize my ideas. I think I do this because I feel like things in my life are more important than other people's sometimes.
Thank you.
Mr. Henry, are you a good listener and do you let others talk about themselves?
Yes, I'm a good listener, and I like to hear what other people have to say. And the reason is because if you don't listen, you'll never understand what other people are thinking. And if all you want to do is give them your opinion, then that always causes problems.
All right, thank you, Mr. Henry.
Mr. Staub, what do you think calling attention to people's mistakes indirectly means?
I think it means that you're expressing your superiority towards them.
Thank you, Mr. Staub. Connor, do you think you can make friends by seeing things from other person's point of view?
Why, yes, I do. Because then they know that you sincerely care about them. Shout out to Mr. Kershaw. I haven't seen you since last year, but